Game of the Year discussion is hot right now. Jeff Keighley's electrifying presentation at the 2018 Game Awards saw titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 from Rockstar Games and God of War from Sony Santa Monica take home a lot of awards and recognition, respect, and representation as they totally deserved. But those titles are only two parts of a bigger puzzle because 2018 has been one stellar year for game releases. Whether you were looking for something very small, light, and refreshing in the indie scene or a massive, highly marketed AAA experience, you were covered because across all platforms, game devs and publishers everywhere gave us some awesome experiences, many of which are truly some of my favorites in this console generation. Now looking back at all of the games that I played over the last 12 months, thinking about which ones I liked the most, I had a lot of hard times debating with myself. And after countless arguments alongside myself only on which games I liked more than the others and which games would end up being cut from the inevitable top 10 list, I finally did it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not easy. I had to take out some games that I truly liked. I had to place games on a higher or lower number than I originally planned, and it was truly a clash of amazing games back and forth in my mind, thinking about all the games that I truly loved for the amazing moments of interesting, emotional, dynamic, and three-dimensional storytelling and character development in games, or the awesome open world with exciting, exhilarating combat and deep systems and mechanics, and just a lot of fun times that I've had across many games over this past 12 months. 2018 has left me with more than 10 games that I liked, but in the end, I narrowed it down, and I'm proud to present to you my top 10 games of 2018. What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan Ramakrishnan. If you're new to the channel, welcome, first of all. I hope that you guys are ready for a lot of fun talks about the best games this year because that is what's going on right now. We've got a lot to cover. So if you are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button and definitely want to ring the notification bell while you're there. Why? Because, like I said, it's going to be Game of the Year discussion. I decided to actually give this top 10 list to you guys across 10 different videos. I know it's staggering, but the thing is, I didn't want this video to drag on for upwards of an hour with me talking and ranting about all of these games. But also, at the same time, I think that the developers and publishers behind these gems deserve my respect to them and more than a couple minutes. I don't want to just talk for 1 minute about a game that I truly loved. These games are making a definitive list, for me that is. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is in my opinion. After you watch this video and after you watch all the other videos in this series, you're going to want to let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the games, your thoughts on my list, and your own list, of course, because it is always fun to discuss what is the game of the year. And God of War may have taken the cake over at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, but for me, well, you'll have to wait and see. Without further ado, let's start off talking about my favorite games of 2018 with number 10. Dead Cells exemplifies fast-paced, action-packed combat done right, as it does represent just how good indie games can in fact be. In execution, Motion Twin's title is equal parts Metroidvania as it is a roguelike platformer. The game is all about hacking and slashing your way through many enemies, stumbling upon new weapons and loot, and of course, dying a whole lot. And when I tell you that I died often, I don't mean any bit of exaggeration. The numerous times that the enemies of Dead Cells showed me who's boss should have left me very infuriated, stressed, and wanting to shut the game off. Call it a day, but I never did, as Dead Cells is just that much fun to continue to play. I really enjoy the combat in the game, nearly as much as some of the other larger scale titles that you'll see in this list. But as an indie title, I have nothing but adoration for the work put into this visceral combat from Motion Twin. They've created a combat system that is both violent and fast, and always really exciting. I was always really engaged in fighting enemies with blades, swords, arrows, and so many more awesome weapons alike. The ever-growing arsenal of weapons at my disposal in Dead Cells left me as excited to try new ones as I was to go back and slay enemies with all of my favorites. And my time with this game was entirely on the Switch, like most indie games that I indulged in across 2018. Dead Cells played super smoothly, and the intensity feels impeccable, with the ease of just 2 buttons for main weapons and another 2 for projectile types such as grenades. Combat was no challenge to grasp, so I easily dove back in again and again into the exhilarating fights ahead of me. Though the challenge did, however, land in its mastering. Mastering this said combat and the game's insane difficulty levels and foes is a real challenge, and oh, what a challenge it continued to be for me. Dead Cells is one of those games though that is super rewarding in its difficulty, thanks to the brutality of its butter smooth combat. Even after so many failures and the requirements to restart the dungeons or levels, Dead Cells still had me with its such amazing gameplay loop and the edge that it makes you want to dive right back in just to play it over and over again. I was swinging away at my foes with an awesome sword and shooting the others down with a bow and arrow, and then I would double jump over to the next platform full of deadly enemies. I'd check a trap for them to get stunned from or burned, only to slash away at them, doing double damage thanks to their special conditions and the weapons boosts that I had at my disposal. The wide array of weapons and the assortment of special abilities and boosts that you can get to unlock for your weapons all combine to make the brutal finishers, and each type of weapon alone pack a unique punch. I admittedly have made little to no progress right now in Dead Cells. I still fail to get super far. However, I really still pick it up on a daily basis just to hustle away to enemies because of how much I love playing this game. It is incredibly satisfying, and I really feel that satisfaction with every kill thanks to the speedy, thrilling, and always intense 2D combat of this awesome action game. Dead Cells acts as one of those games that is just super rewarding to you, with great satisfaction coming with every mere kill and every substantial success in its many Metroidvania levels. I wholeheartedly believe that the exhilarating action that Dead Cells presents to you and the high speed of its combat systems makes it a super worthwhile challenge for both casual gamers in us and the brave in us to conquer altogether. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now, but I have plenty of other videos coming your way, and you're definitely going to want to make sure that you are staying up to date by ringing the notification bell so you guys can check out the rest of the series as it is released and uploaded, because I'm super excited to talk about a lot more games. And whether you're watching from the very beginning where I start with number 10 or you're ready for the actual Game of the Year discussion with the number 1, I think that there's a lot of fun to be had in this discussion where I tell you about the games that I loved and respectfully give the developers their attention that they deserve and talk about why you deserve to check them out if you have not already. And then of course the discussions that we get to spark in the comments below. So I'm hoping that you guys will leave me your own lists. I didn't get to play everything this year because it has been a busy year in not just games but just in general, of course, so I don't get to play every game, but I'm really excited to see what you guys think in the comments below. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and I hope that you guys are enjoying this series, and of course I hope that you're stoked to hear my Game of the Year and then let me know your own. So once more, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.